Okay, so far the grammar we had for the cave person speak, not very interesting. In particular, there was a longest sentence I could make, like nothing more than 7 words. And that kind of meant there was only a finite number of strings that could possibly be generated from that grammar anyway. I would like to go ahead and say that, sometimes I can make sentences that are really, really, really long. Or even sentences that are really fantastically wonderful, really, really, really wonderfully cool, awesomely long. Okay? So we'll go ahead and do this, and we'll allow for, we're just going to make our grammar so we can pile up as many adjectives as we like in front of a noun. Okay? So we're going to have the grammar we had before, with sentence can go to a noun phrase followed by a conjugated verb followed by a noun phrase and some stuff like that. And a noun phrase can be an article followed by, well, now we're going to go ahead and add one more AP, and we're going to think of this as like an adjective phrase. So a noun phrase is an article like the followed by an adjective phrase. What is an adjective phrase? An adjective phrase might just be a noun. If you see AP, you can just replace it with an and then go and derive a noun from there. But we can also say, hey, an adjective phrase can be an adjective followed by an entire adjective phrase. So let's go ahead and see some examples. So we can go ahead and we're going to start with S. S can derive an NP, CB, NP. That's my rule 1. Rule 1, if I can spell. And then we can go through some steps we've gone through before, and I can end up with the cat bites NP dot. Okay, I took several steps, and that's what this notation here means. This derives arrow followed by a star means, so the single arrow means, hey, the string on either side of me, the string on the left can go ahead and derive the string on the right in one step. This derives, this arrow star means, hey, this string in front of the arrow, that line there, can derive this string in 0 or more steps. Okay, so great, I'm just going to throw that in there. I'm going to skip over the steps that are not of interest to us, but that's what that means. Okay, so I claim and go through here, it can be by doing a bunch of rules. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, the cat bites NP, I'm going to replace that noun phrase with art AP. Okay, and what rule is that? That's going to be rule 3 of this new grammar. Okay, so NP can go to art AP. Okay, in fact, we kind of have to go this rule if we want to get a noun. And I could go ahead, and if I wanted the cat bites Android, I could just go ahead and the Android, I could replace art with the AP could go ahead and derive, I could use rule 5, say it turns into a noun. But we're going to go ahead, I guess we'll be left notes, we'll say, hey, art becomes and. So what rule is that? That's rule 4B. Okay. And then AP can become adj followed by AP. So I am not going to go straight to a noun. I'm going to go ahead and throw in an adjective there. So, oops, I was thinking an Android, so I chose an. Do I have any adjectives that start with a vowel? I don't. Can I retract and go back, and instead of using 4B, will you let me use 4A? Thanks. A. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do this, and now I'm going to go ahead and take adj and replace adj with, so AP, I'm going to from 3 to 4 here, AP to adj AP. That's a new rule. That's rule number 6. Okay. I'm not sure why I called them rules 5 and 6 rather than 5A and 5B, but oh well. Okay. So that's how we get to here. Now we can go ahead and replace adj with smelly. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Where was smelly? It was rule 10E. Okay, and now, hey, now I'm back at the adjective phrase AP, and I can go ahead and replace that with adj AP. Okay, That was, I already did this one, right? AP to adj-p was rule 6. Okay. And adj can go ahead and by rule 10 something else. I can go and the smelly happy something. Okay, and that's going to be rule 10. Happy was A. Okay. Great, I can go ahead, and now you can sort of see, we'll go ahead and pump one more time. But see if you can go ahead and complete and end up with the cat bites a smelly, happy, small android. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, yeah, so you're right, it wasn't so bad. We take AD-P goes to adj-AP, that's rule 6 I'm using here. Start moving these over a bit. Adj will go to small, is that what I said? Okay. Happy, smelly, small AP. Now how do I get Android out of here? Now I'm going to go ahead and use rule 5. So I want to think of it the base case of the recursion. Okay. And then finally N can go to Android by rule 8. H. Okay, and so that's how we can go ahead and generate from S. We can go through a whole series of steps and generate the cat bites a smelly, happy android. Again, what was the mechanism that really let us do it? It's this rule that says, hey, replace AP with adj and another AP. Okay, and then we can keep pumping that AP. So we're basically, every time we go through that series, we add another adj into our derivation. And that's what lets us add all the adjectives we like. Eventually we stop by choosing the other one, rule 5, and we get rid of AP without introducing that same non-terminal. So, okay.